Think about this for a second. Today, you're probably going to see over 5,000 ads. That's a staggering number, right? It's 10 times more than what people saw back in the 70s. In a world this crowded, the old marketing rulebook, well, it's pretty much useless. So today, we're going to unpack the new playbook that brands have to use to cut through all that noise and actually earn our attention. Here's how we're going to break it down. First, we'll get a lay of the land. What is marketing's new reality, and why has it created this massive attention crisis? Then we'll get into the good stuff. A new 6-pillar playbook that shows exactly how the best brands are building real human connections and creating experiences you just can't forget. All right, let's dive right in. Part 1, Marketing's New Reality. Now, you might be thinking, yeah, we're in the digital age, I get it. But here's the thing. The game has already changed again. We've leveled up to a whole new era that's way more connected and, honestly, a lot more complicated.
So, how'd we get here? Well, before the 90s, you had the pre-digital era. You know, TV, radio, print ads, the classics. Then, of course, the internet showed up and kicked off the digital era. But right around 2020, we quietly slipped into what we now call the hyper-digital era. The big difference? Tech like AI isn't just a tool we use anymore. It's being woven into the very fabric of our lives. And this table really shows you just how much has changed. We're not just passive consumers on the couch anymore, we're active participants. We help create what a brand actually stands for. Experiences aren't just on a few different channels. They're phygital, a seamless blend of physical and digital. And privacy? Whoa. That's gone from a side conversation to a make or break strategic priority for every single company. So this new reality has sparked a massive problem, one that every single marketer on the planet is dealing with right now. And that is the attention crisis. It's a battle for every single second of our day. Just let this number sink in for a minute. 5,000. That's about how many ads you're bombarded with in a single day. Back in the 70s, it was closer to 500. This isn't just background noise anymore. It is an absolute wall of sound, and brands are screaming to be heard over it. And what's wild is that a lot of brands aren't even advertising in the right places. This chart says it all. Look at where we're actually spending our time versus where the ad money is going. There's this huge disconnect. So many companies are basically paying to talk to an empty room. So what does all this do to our brains? Well, it's led to something called consumer attention deficit syndrome. Now, this is not a medical condition, it's just a way to describe our behavior. We are so overloaded that we've started to satisfice. You know this feeling. It's when you're scrolling Netflix. You don't analyze every single movie. You just scan for something that looks good enough. We do the exact same thing with brands, sticking to what we know and tuning out almost everything else. Which, of course, leads us to the million-dollar question. In a world with literally infinite distractions, how on earth is any brand supposed to break through? Well, the answer isn't to just get a bigger megaphone and shout louder. The answer is to get smarter. And that brings us to part 3. A new playbook for this hyper-digital world, built on 6 pillars designed to create real connections, not just more clutter. And here they are: purpose, phygital experiences, platforms, participation, personalization, and partnerships. Now, I know some of these can sound like buzzwords, but trust me, they're not. They're a legitimate strategic framework. We're going to dive deep into 4 of the most important ones, and we'll break them down into 2 groups. Okay, let's start with the pillars that are all about human connection. I mean, this is everything, right? It's about building real trust and resonance in an age where we're all pretty skeptical. We're just way more likely to buy from brands we actually believe in. The first pillar is purpose. It's just not enough to sell a good product anymore. We want to know, what do you stand for? What's your impact on the world? Get this. Modern consumers are 4 to 6 times more likely to champion companies that are purpose-driven. That is a massive advantage. This quote right here perfectly sets up our next pillar, which is participation. The old way was a monologue, right? A brand advertising at you. The new way is a dialogue. It's about inviting customers to participate with you. And if you want to see a masterclass in this, look at GoPro. Their $1 Million Challenge is brilliant. They basically turn their customers into their marketing department. Users submit their best video clips, and the winners get featured in GoPro's official ads and get a piece of $1 million prize. They're not just selling cameras, they're co-creating with the community, and it's so powerful. Okay, so that covers the human connection side. Now let's flip the coin and talk about the brand experience itself. This is all about crafting interactions that are so good, so seamless, they just naturally cut through the noise.
A huge piece of this puzzle is creating phygital experiences. Yeah, it's a funny sounding word, but the concept is super simple. It just recognizes that the line between our physical and digital lives has basically vanished. You know, like when you use an app to see how a new couch would look in your actual living room, that's phygital.
Airbnb has this down to a science. Just think about the journey. You're using digital tools, virtual tours, AI search, to imagine a very physical stay. Then you use seamless digital payments and messages to set up the real-world experience. And afterward, you hop back into the digital worlds to leave a review. The whole thing is one smooth, integrated loop.
All right, our next pillar is personalization. This one's a game changer. It's about using data to make every single interaction feel like it was designed just for you. When it's done right, you feel seen and understood, which is an incredibly powerful feeling in a world that's so generic.
And Sephora's Color IQ is a fantastic example. Finding the right foundation shade, it can be a total nightmare. So Sephora uses AI to scan your skin and instantly recommend the perfect match out of thousands of options. It takes a huge pain point for customers and just solves it using personal, helpful tech. That is personalization that adds real value. So, when you put it all together, what's the key takeaway? It's this. Success today isn't about having the biggest marketing budget or yelling the loudest. It's about building experiences that are so packed with purpose, so inviting, and so personal that people want to pay attention. It's all about earning attention, not demanding it. And that leaves us with one last really important question to think about. We've seen how powerful personalization can be, but it all runs on one thing, our data. So the question is, where do you draw the line? Is that perfectly tailored, super convenient brand experience worth the personal information you have to share to get it? That's the real paradox we're all navigating right now. Thanks for watching.